Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back. Let's talk about Synology NAS. Now, I've been running Synology NAS at home for more than 15 years, and I've been very satisfied with it. The operating system is kept updated often, and it's a very good experience in setting it up, using all the apps they have on your mobile phone, on your desktop, and having access to your files from anywhere you are in the world, right? So you just enable the VPN, configure it on the router, and you have access to all the files stored on your own personal cloud, which is living in your home. Now, the price, of course, is also a very important part of being successful in this area, I believe. So, Synology is not that expensive compared to enterprise hardware, of course, and it's very easy and not expensive to set it up and maintain it at home. So, just like a lot of you, I've been very satisfied with Synology and the use of it. So, why am I making this video? Let me show you something. This is the Synology NAS I was running for the last 2.5 years. It's completely offline now because I've moved on to something else. This is a Synology 1621 Plus. It has NVMe caches in it. I have NVMe cache 2 times in it. I've made some video also which shows you how to use those NVMe cache drives to set it up as a specific volume, so you can not only use it for cache but also put some virtual machines or files or Docker containers on there. The thing is, I find myself requiring more and more performance from my Synology NAS, and it can deliver. Of course, I'm talking about the consumer line of Synology NASs, because when you move to the enterprise hardware, well, I'm sure that they can perform a lot more than the consumer line, of course. But I'm a consumer, I'm running this at home, I have a limited budget, and I want more performance from my personal NAS storage. That's one thing, performance. The other thing is, of course, I want it to grow with my storage needs. Synology, of course, offers different options to expand the disk cabinet you have, but I find it a little bit pricey for what I'm using it for. So what I did is I choose another option. Having run Synology for more than 15 years now, it's time to move on. And then the question is, where am I moving on to? Let me show you. This is my next step. This is my next journey into personal storage and NAS requirements for home. Having my private cloud, but having more performance and letting it grow and expand with me as I go. I've considered several options, and I settled on using Unraid. The nice thing about Unraid and a lot of other options, I've also considered and set up, tested TrueNAS Scale. I've tested Open Media Vault. I've tested just a Debian install with Docker containers, virtualization. I've tested Proxmox as well, but ultimately I settled on Unraid. Now, the nice thing of running Unraid is you can bring your own hardware with all the other options as well. Bring your own hardware. I had some hardware lying around. The only thing I had to do was move over the disks which I'm using in my Synology, move it over to my computer case, to a server case, set it up, install Unraid, and try it for 30 days. After trying it out for a specific 30 days, 3 weeks, I decided to buy the license and go all in. Unraid settles all the requirements I have for personal storage in terms of performance, in terms of growth, in terms of stability, just always being there with all the services I require. Of course, it's a very nice experience from the developers that they have several options and applications already in there. You can leverage Docker, you can leverage virtualization for VMs. In another video, I will do a walkthrough of how I set up my Unraid NAS server. And what I've seen from Unraid in the past weeks I've been using it, it's very stable. Performance is there. It's very good in expanding storage and growing with you, because you can just add new disks to the array and have it enabled and have the storage in there with the redundancy and the parity and the protection you need You can set up several pools. You have several applications running in Docker. You have several options to run virtual machines. All in all, it's given me a platform. It's given me the option to have the flexibility I need, the performance I need. For example, I'm using Plex server and I need transcoding for video files. I need to make the video file smaller on the fly when I'm somewhere with a limited internet connection and a limited bandwidth, and I still want to watch something I have stored at home. Well, Unraid is giving me the option to use a iGPU, a graphics adapter in my server, and have it do the transcoding on the fly. That's something Synology is not doing out of the box. There are, of course, there are options there for Synology as well, but then you have to move on to a specific type of Synology. Moving on to that type, it has limited storage if you're looking at the consumer line, and if you're going to the enterprise, the option is not really there for Synology, right? So all in all, after considering several options, testing several options, I've settled on Unraid. That's my next journey for my personal storage needs. Let me know in the comments what your personal storage needs are. What did you choose to fill in that personal storage need? What do you require from your personal storage? And how are you using it? Have you set it up? In my next video, we're going to talk about Unraid, how I have set it up, what design decisions I've made, how I've set up my disk pools, what configuration options I've considered, and how I have done a little bit of tuning and tweaking on the server itself to get some more performance. Like always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button. And if you have any comments, leave it in the comment section below. I will get to them as soon as possible. Take care. Bye.